The first complaint came 3 days after she moved in. Nobody even knew her name yet. The kids were riding bikes down the cul-de-sac, chalk drawings all over the pavement, somebody grilling burgers 2 houses down while music played low in the background. Normal neighborhood stuff. The kind of street where people waved from driveways and everybody knew whose dog escaped every other week. Then the front door of the gray house slammed open. This is a private street, not a playground. Every head turned. There she stood, perfect haircut, clipboard in hand, phone already recording. The kids froze. Parents looked confused. One of the dads laughed awkwardly. Welcome to the neighborhood?" She didn't laugh back. That was the beginning. Within 2 weeks, cops had shown up 5 different times. 1 complaint for excessive bicycle speeding. 1 for sidewalk chalk, damaging property values. 1 because a basketball hit the curb too loudly after 7 p.m. Every single time, officers arrived expecting chaos and found kids eating popsicles while parents apologized for wasting their time. "You guys aren't doing anything wrong," one cop finally admitted while trying not to laugh. "She just keeps calling." But Karen wasn't backing down. She started measuring grass height with a ruler, taking photos of trash cans left out too long, posting angry neighborhood forum rants at 2 a.m. about declining standards of civilization. Then summer arrived, and with it came the annual block party. It had been a tradition for almost 15 years. Bounce houses, BBQ contests, music, water balloons, old neighbors reconnecting, new families finally feeling at home. Karen hated everything about it. The week before the party, she went to war. Noise complaints, permit complaints, parking complaints, calls to the city, calls to the fire department, calls to anyone who would listen. At first nobody worried, until Friday afternoon. The permit got revoked. Just like that. The block party was canceled. Kids cried. Neighbors stood outside furious. Karen sat on her porch smiling with a glass of iced tea while the street stayed silent for the first summer in years. That smile was a mistake, because the neighborhood finally stopped trying to be nice. Nobody broke laws, nobody threatened her, but everybody suddenly became very committed to their legal rights. The dad with the motorcycle began leaving for work at exactly 6:01 every morning. The retired couple across the street started competitive wind chime collecting. One neighbor discovered a passion for learning trumpet. Another installed the world's brightest motion lights aimed directly at his own driveway, which somehow illuminated half her curtains all night long. Families held loud but legal afternoon gatherings directly beside her fence. Dogs were walked past her house nonstop. Garden clubs met beside her mailbox. People smiled and waved every single time she stepped outside. "Good morning, Karen. Beautiful day, isn't it? Hope you're enjoying the neighborhood atmosphere." The cops stopped responding quickly because every complaint ended the same way. "Ma'am, none of this is illegal." Week after week, her frustration grew. Meanwhile, the neighborhood became closer than ever. People who barely talked before were now coordinating synchronized lawn mowing schedules. It became legendary. Then one morning, a moving truck appeared. Nobody celebrated openly, but blinds definitely moved. Kids definitely watched from windows. And when Karen's SUV finally pulled away for the last time, the entire cul-de-sac erupted. Music blasted. Neighbors rolled grills into the street. Someone unfolded a giant banner that read, "Block Party Returns." By sunset, kids were riding bikes again. Parents were laughing again. New neighbors joined in immediately, confused why everyone seemed so emotionally invested in potato salad and folding chairs. An older man flipped burgers and smiled. "This," he said, looking around the packed street, "is why you don't move into a neighborhood, then try to destroy the thing everybody loves about it." And from that summer on, the block party became bigger than ever.